Good evening. Thank you all for joining us. We're going to give folks a few minutes here to hop on. Our video tonight, real super simple dessert.
Quickest whatever.
Really? Yes. Very easy, which works out well because discussion is going to be kind of on a couple brief, quick year-end things with your auditor's office, so not too involved, but we'll give folks a few more minutes to hop on and to join us tonight. So hopefully you enjoyed your Thanksgiving and your time with family this past week and had a great holiday. We enjoyed it. It was a fun one. Lots of food. I just had some of our leftover turkey just for dinner tonight. So still eating leftovers. Still enjoying all that. So hopefully you had a great Thanksgiving as well and were able to enjoy it. We'll get started in just 1 or 2 more minutes, but we just got back also from the Orwell light ceremony, the Christmas ceremony.
We had a fun time tonight going to Orwell.
Yeah.
Seeing Santa come off the fire truck and the lighting display. And
it was very cute. The sign stations did a great job. Dan Reel and all of them.
It was a fun night.
Hot chocolate and cookies and things, and the Girl Scouts were there handing out ornaments and stuff. So I'll post some pictures about that tomorrow night. But I told one of the folks there, I joked and said, this is just a stupid, simple recipe because it's very easy.
Not stupid.
No, but just simple. It's easy to
The hardest thing's going to be is opening
up that.
So I should probably start now.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So we'll go ahead and get started. So thank you all so much for joining us tonight. So this is a great recipe to do during the holidays when you're busy, you don't have much time to cook or to plan something. Really simple. You can add a lot to it. You can do a lot depending on what you like in terms of desserts. But really simple. We got the link there in the comments. Feel free if you have questions, chat them in. If you have thoughts, chat them in. And then I want to talk to you while we make this about some of the year-end stuff with the auditor's office. Kind of hard to believe there's only really a month left of the year, and then we're at 2023. So we have some thoughts and some things for you to do before the end of the year. So what are we making?
Well, we're going to make what's called a cinnamon apple. Actually, the name
Cobbler?
It's cobbler, right? Cinnamon apple cobbler. Super simple. Cinnamon rolls, and then a can of apples, ready to use for pie.
Yep.
And
like
then
pie filling.
We did one the other day in a 9x13, which seemed a little bit empty. So if you do it in maybe a
Oh my God.
I'm like, how are we gonna pop this open? I guess I don't have to worry about it.
Well, that scared me because I wasn't holding my coffee there. So they should put that in the recipe.
Oh my God, that was kind of scary. But these are always hard to pop open anyway, so that
worked. That worked. So it's really easy cobbler that we're making in the smaller pan. You can make them bigger pans. I also think you can probably double up on the biscuit side, and it makes it a little more of a biscuit type thing. You can also make this and then put it all in a crock pot, keep it warm, which I think would work too. So lots of different options that you have.
A nice one for kids to do.
Yep.
My coworker Andrea, her and her son made this for Thanksgiving. So that's who I got the recipe from.
Alrighty. So what's the first? So what is that?
These are the cinnamon rolls that you get. Pillsbury
cinnamon rolls.
Yep.
Okay.
And then all you got to do is cut them in 4s and just bite-sized pieces. And then they're going to puff up.
Can you just eat one now? Those
No.
look pretty, they look pretty good.
Probably raw egg and everything in it. And then put it in a bowl.
Raw egg's not bad. Okay.
Yes,
So there's a cut in 4s.
Yep,
Cut in
just
bowl.
keep cutting them in 4s and put it in the bowl.
So, one of the big things that we try and stress before the end of the year for folks are the 2 biggest tax credits that you can get that you can qualify for. And that's, remember, homestead and owner occupancy. So homestead, if you're over 65 and your name is on your deed, you have your home, you own your home. And if you're making less in Ohio adjusted gross income, which is line 3 of your tax return, making less, it changes every year, increases, but right around $35,000. So for Social Security recipients, if all you're getting Social Security, you make near nothing on Ohio adjusted gross income, so it doesn't count. Some pensions count, some pensions don't count. But if you're over 65, or if you're permanently disabled, that's another way to qualify for homestead. or if you are a permanently disabled 100% veteran, you can qualify for homestead as well. So those are kind of the three big ones. And we need to get the application in from you before the end of the year so that we can qualify you for next year. And if you qualify for this year, qualify you for this year as well. So, all right.
So that was the first step. And
yep, so super simple. So just come up. That's why I said you can probably double even this, because the more of these you have, the more kind of crumble or the more bread aspects that you have. So this is just a large can of pie filling, apple pie filling, right?
So what we did the other day, I realized maybe we should have cut the apples into pieces. So I'm gonna actually.
These are whole apples, just from the can. Like I said, super simple recipe. So whole apples from the can.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut them up so that they're more bite-sized pieces. These are sliced quarters.
Those are bite-sized for me, I suppose, depending on who you have eating them. So
kind of chop them up.
So homestead. So you can get the application right on our website. You can fill it in our website, print it off, sign it, mail it in. You can drop it off to us. You can email it over to us. The key is, remember your tax bill is only 1 year in arrears. So you're paying your tax bill next year based on the status of your property on January 1st of this year, 2022. So if you are over 65, you make less than $35,000 a year, you are permanently disabled, or if you're a military veteran, disabled with all your military service, you own your home, those are all different types of qualifications, ways you can qualify. If you have questions, our website has all the information. We have a short video that helps describe it too. Easily, you can find all that up there, but the key is to get that into us if you qualify for this year by the end of the year. That way you get it on your tax bill next year. Same thing with owner occupancy, and that's just a simple, I should say, homestead reduces the value of your home for tax purposes by $25,000. So if your home for our market value is $100,000, now it's only $75,000. So it doesn't decrease the actual tax rate. It decreases the amount of value that we apply the tax rate to. So it's usually about $450 savings a year. The disabled veteran one is double that. It's $50,000 off, so it's usually about a $900 savings a year, which is a great savings and benefit. Hi, Ruth. Ruth Robertson is watching.
Aww,
so,
hi,
hello. Like I said, super easy recipe. So if you have any ideas or additions to it, let us know.
You know what Andrea also did? She used pecans on top.
Yep, you can put pecans on top. You can put different nuts in. You can put other fruit in as well. So you're just mixing all that in together.
And just mix it all up.
Okay.
And it's done.
That's
all you have to do.
That's pretty simple. And then then we pour it into the grease pan.
Yeah, you have it sprayed, greased, parchment paper, whatever you want to do, and then just simply dump it in here.
Okay.
And then bake.
And then you just turn the oven on. So how long?
Yeah, 400 for, I think we did it for about 20 minutes. We baked it. And then what's really good with this is eating it hot with a scoop of ice cream, vanilla ice cream.
Yep. So you put ice cream with it when it's done. So it's going to come out. It's going to be all that cinnamon roll is going to be kind of baked in. The apples be all around it. So it's not, it's not as firm or as hard as a traditional cobbler, but it's a very simple one. And you can easily take this, move it over to a crock pot, or just reheat it. Have it with ice cream. Have it with something else too. Yeah. As addition, but if you don't have much time, you need something to bring to the office party or to a house. And then the Pillsbury comes with.
Oh yeah, thank you. Once it's baked, when it's still hot, you just pour this, mix it up, pour the glaze over top of it, so it added sweetness to it.
And then it firms up.
Yeah. I want to kind of make sure these are evenly spaced, the cinnamon rolls.
So it's owner occupancy. So that's if you own your home and live in it. That's a $45 a year credit. It's a pretty small one, but one. We talk to people all the time that haven't gotten it for 10 years. They moved in. That's $450 right there over 10 years, and that's a lot of money. And then so those things need to get into us by the end of the year. It's too late if you have any value complaints or changes. That period's passed. We'll have you file a board of revision complaint starting January 1 of next year, and that can still impact the tax bill next year based on value this year. So that's past that point. The other big thing that we always try and get with folks, and you'll be seeing a whole bunch from our office, because it seems to be, I joke with folks, we deal with $500 million in our office every year. We have 22 staff in the auditor's office alone. We do payroll for 850 employees every 2 weeks. But the thing everyone wants to talk to us about are dog licenses. And so we'll have our own video on that, lots of different outreach. But that's also, the period for that goes until the last day of January. But you can always get your dog license in now and before the end of the year. If you want to do that, all the information's on our website. We've got 9 registrars all throughout the county. You can do it online, pay online. You can do it in our office. You can do it by mail.
Make great Christmas gifts.
Make great gifts. Yeah, make great Christmas gifts. Sales start December 1st. That's the legal period that we can start selling them. You'll see, like I said, lots of outreach. We have a coloring contest still going on for kids. We're going to have an essay contest coming out here pretty soon for older kids.
Folks with
adult disabilities can also participate in the coloring contest and essay and everything like that. And that's the big thing that we try and sell as many as we can, because one, it's technically Ohio law requires you to have a dog license. But more importantly, a license is that legal ownership for your pet. That way, in case your dog ever runs away, even if you have a chip, the license confirms to the dog warden with the police who owns it. It's a much simpler process to get the pup back to you. It doesn't have to go to the APO or to the shelter. And then the money, if they're $12 a piece for 1 year, the money goes towards the dog warden. Remember, we have one dog warden for the entire county. Goes towards her and her program, and it also goes towards the shelters here in the county for dogs and for all animals. So, and just talked to a group of 5th graders last week, and they said, well, why can't we license our cat? And I laughed and I said, well, talk to your state representative, because it's Ohio law, that only dogs are licensed. That's the only thing. The only thing that gets a license that we do in our office. But the money goes towards all animals in terms of protecting them and you, frankly, with the dog warden and with the shelters in the county.
It seems like the price of it has been the same.
Yeah, so the commissioners actually set the price. So we don't set the price. Commissioners have full flexibility on what price it can be. So, in Lake County, I think it's, if Chris corrects me or someone else corrects me, I think it's maybe $18 or $19. Trumbull, I think it's over 20, 20 at 24 piece for a dog license. So Ashtabula County is one of the lowest in the state. We want to try and keep it low and then sell more. We estimate about 40,000 or so dogs in our county, with 100,000 residents. We only have about 10,500 or so licensed. So we try and get more to buy licenses. That way, those funds are there to keep us safe, but also those dogs are protected, and it's just a good way to control kind of things in general. But we have fun with it. It's always a good time. That's something you can do by the end of the year too. So those tax credits, if you're on CAUV or if you're interested in CAUV for agriculture, that will start next year. We can always get prepared this year if you'd like. And always reach out to our office for questions, and we'll have some sessions on that. So the oven's pretty much preheated. You put in the oven for 20 minutes at 400. Yeah, you kind of wait and see how how hard things want to get. But like I said, super easy recipe, something nice for the holidays.
You shared it, right?
Yes, yep, yeah. The link is here in our videos. If you ever have questions, you can look at that link or our website, or just reach out anytime. We'll be happy to help. But hope you had a great Thanksgiving and start off to the Christmas season with December here right around the corner. So great couple of weeks that we're looking forward to in store. But like I said, never hesitate to reach out if you ever need anything. And we'll have this video up on Google for YouTube and on Facebook, of course, as well, if you want to come back to it or if you want to share it with a friend, just about how easy and simple, and it is really tasty, especially with ice cream and it's warmed up.
Easy one to make with children.
Yep, a good one for kids. So enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you for watching, and have a good rest of your week.
Night.